How much does it cost to install a car stereo? If you're probably thinking of installing a new stereo, then this article on how much does it cost to install a car stereo is right what you need. You want your automobile to smell like a new car, but you don't have the money to buy a new one. The best way to achieve that new car fragrance without going broke is to install a car stereo. It can, however, also be pricey. Therefore, it's crucial to know the price of a new stereo before going shopping. So let's learn how much does it cost to install a car stereo. The type of stereo, the difficulty of the installation, and the professional or company you select will all affect how much it will cost to have a car stereo installed. Without the car stereo, the cost of installing a car stereo will often range from $0 if you buy it straight from a business during a promotion to $300 for an advanced receiver that might need more wiring than usual. However, most basic installations will cost between $40 and $80. For instance, Best Buy's Geek Squad costs $65 for the installation of a car deck and an additional $65 for the installation of ordinary speakers. The hardware won't be included in this extra cost. In order to connect the new stereo to the factory wiring, it might be essential to buy a separate wire harness. Depending on how the system is configured, an antenna adapter may also be required. For the stereo to have a natural appearance, customized dashboard equipment is frequently required. Often, there will be a separate fee for this. If necessary, the total cost of all these components should be an additional $40 to $60. Companies could tack on a $5 to $10 materials fee. Some people upgrade their automobile radio speakers frequently. The price to install car speakers can range from $70 to $180 for the installation alone, but occasionally the business will give you a discount if you schedule the work all at once. Depending on the arrangement and the number of channels, adding an amplifier to the project can raise the cost by an additional $100 to $175. Players with this capability frequently install a Bluetooth microphone close to the visor. The price of installation may increase and the parts are frequently offered separately. Below shows the factors affecting the cost to install a car stereo. Installation location. The price will also depend on where you decide to have your audio placed. You might be able to give your brother's neighbor some money and feel satisfied if you do so. Paying a professional will, however, cost extra money. You have a selection of expert stereo installers to choose from. You can visit a store that specializes in automobile electronics, but the costs there are frequently among the highest. By spending that money, you can hire a team of experts who can complete even the trickiest installation. Asking your local Walmart for a quote would be preferable if you just need a straightforward installation to be done. If you buy the radio from the retailer, many places will install a car audio head unit for as little as $65 in most cases. Type of vehicle. It's not always the case that installing car audio is the same for every vehicle, despite what you would think. Some automobiles make it significantly more expensive and challenging to install electronics. So that you are aware of your options, request an upfront, comprehensive quotation from the installation. You should expect to pay more if the dash needs to be disassembled or if parts need to be moved to get the wiring in the proper location. Your car's age may also be a factor in pieces breaking, which is another issue. Due to UV exposure and wear, the dash region in older cars can become fragile. This is just one more expense you will have to bear if something malfunctions while the stereo is being installed. Equipment chosen. The installation won't take long if you merely need to replace the head unit with a comparable model. You are considering a lower cost as a result. On the other hand, the cost of labor would be significantly higher if you decide to overhaul the entire system and buy brand new machinery. Additional services, such as installing sound dampening materials or rerouting wiring to a new position, can increase the amount of time required even further. Additionally, there is a level of configuration required if you choose high-tech equipment. Everything needs to be set up. For instance, if you are installing a navigation system in the car. You need to account for how much time a skilled installer will need for this customization. Below shows the parts needed for a car stereo installation. Head unit, receiver. You operate the remainder of the stereo from the head unit. It is referred to as a receiver and is located on the car's dashboard. The single DIN and double DIN are the two different sizes of head units. For far less than $100, you can get a very basic head unit that controls the radio and might have a few other media input possibilities. On the other end of the scale, there are also sophisticated and technologically advanced models that cost several hundred more and have GPS devices and DVD players. Speakers. You can save money by using some inexpensive speakers, or you can invest much in an immersive experience. The least expensive speakers won't sound as well as a high-performance arrangement, but they will keep the cost down. You will need to make a small financial commitment if you want to hear every peak and low. 4 speakers are all that is necessary for a simple setup. Both the front and back would have 2 each. However, more speakers are present in contemporary automobiles and performance systems. If the prior system was regarded as high-end, you could need to replace 8 or more in some vehicles. The equipment alone might cost you $1,000 or more if you pay $100 per speaker. Amplifier. If you intend to upgrade the speakers in any way, you should think about including an amplifier in the mix. Electricity is handled and directed by amplifiers where it is needed. When powering high-performance speakers or a subwoofer, amplifiers work best. However, you might also need to install an additional car battery that's specifically for the system, depending on how much electricity is required. The other equipment you want to operate will determine the amp size you select. Wiring harness. You will also require wiring and a harness due to the quantity of electricity the system uses. It is likely that you will need new wires run and a harness to handle all of the components if you intend to install a completely new system that is superior to what is presently in place. Although installing a wiring harness will cost you money upfront, it can make future system maintenance simpler. The appearance of the overall system is another advantage of using this harness. Without assistance from an expert, you will be able to locate any wire you require in the future, making system maintenance simpler. The length of the installation process depends on the task and the car. While most cars require at least several hours of labor, a straightforward installation will take about an hour to accomplish. After you buy your deck, they will have to remove it from your old car and put it in the new one, which is a labor-intensive operation. You don't want the installation to charge you for extra time in order to profit from their effort. Most installers will finish a work in 1-3 hours, while some may charge more if more labor is needed. Simple DIY installs or replacements of basic head units can be done for as little as $100 or less, while more complex audio systems with various parts and unique features can run from several hundred to over $1,000, parts and labor included. It's important for car owners to assess their audio needs and financial limitations as well as the level of installation knowledge needed. Although they may increase the final cost, professional installation services may guarantee a correct and seamless setup. Anyhow, by offering better sound quality and connectivity opportunities, investing in a high-quality car audio installation can significantly improve the driving experience. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.